Welcome to Caps and Cards 716. I'm Spuddy J18.
And I'm your co-host, North Shore Fitted TJ here.
And today we're going to be talking about the band logos of the MLB. And real fast, before we get going here, we do want to announce we're going to have a pre-order on our hats. TJ's rocking the Boston. I'm rocking Buffalo. So we got designs on the back. So if you're watching these videos, you want one of these, we will definitely start. We're going to start like a 2-week pre-order on this video. So from the time we finish taping this to the time that 2 weeks from now, I'll close it. So any orders are in, just message me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, and we'll take care of you. So, TJ, did you want to see the Yankees today?
Yeah. I wanted to speak about something else real quick before that. I'm going to flip my cap to the Padres here because Adam Frazier is finally going to a real team, not that double team that's over in Pennsylvania over there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, those users don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, well, they hate their ownership as much as anybody. PNC Park's the only good part about the Pirates. Beautiful stadium. I've never been.
Beautiful stadium.
On the field. They haven't been good for so long, and it's not looking good even with the Brian Hayes.
Yeah, they have a longer drought than the Indians.
It'd be nice to see the Padres. It's nice to see the Padres loading up because they're going to be a wild card team with the way the Giants and Dodgers have been playing. And they don't want to act like a wild card team. They want to fight with the big dogs in the division.
And they should. I absolutely think they should, because where else would you want to be than having home field advantage or playing a one-game playoff?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about so speaking of AA teams, I wanted to talk about the Yankees this afternoon. German was throwing a no-hitter through like 7-8 innings. I was at work, so I didn't get to see most of the game. I figured they were going to lose. It was like 3-0, no hit. Boston, like, oh, great. I'm like, yeah. So they split the series. Then I come home, I flip on the TV real quick. I'm like, oh, it's the bottom of the night. What the fuck? It's 5-0. It's 5-4 Boston. I go, what happened? And then I see Bonds lock down the save. It was a little shaky, but he got the job done.
Yeah, I was watching it. I saw a 4-0 lead. I figured, all right, let's go do the shopping for the day, and then they lost the game. So,
well, speaking of which, because they didn't sweep the Yankees, I won't make you go downtown Buffalo in your Gronk jersey with the Sox cap going 9 championships, 6 Super Bowls, Title Town, baby. So I'll probably throw something at you, but I was able to pick up a hat that you wanted at Lids today that we weren't able to because they weren't open when we both checked out, tried to get there.
Shout out to that discount.
Yeah. Well, with how hard hats are going to get online now, I'm probably going to see myself copying more in store. I was surprised my Lids did have a variety of teams. It used to just be Red Sox, maybe a little Yankees. I was seeing a bunch of different teams, which is good. This is the hat that you wanted. It's the 61, the camo under, the 61 All-Star Game patch. Back, I was able to pick something up that I liked because I'm not a fan of that Batterman on the back, the Rays Cooperstown Batterman.
This is all one color because I've gotten some that look like Picasso's.
Yeah, I got this one. This is a Boston 12 wool. It's got every World Series patch. When we beat the Cardinals, when we swept the Rockies, when we beat the Cardinals again, David Ortiz, and then when we beat the Dodgers. And then on the back, it says 9-time World Series champ. It's got the regular Batterman on it, just a gray bottom, black guts.
It's very different from the Yankees hat, which just has 27 different patches all over it.
We still won more in this 20th century than you guys have. Other than 09,
because I bet on them twice this week and I've lost both times. I figured today would be the day, and
So So
Nope.
the Padres cap I'm rocking is the pink martini with that 98 patch on it.
Very clean.
Loser patch. But I like the metallic red in this patch. Really pops.
I had one behind me here that I wanted to throw on.
White Sox to activate Eloy Jimenez on Monday.
Oh boy, we better punch in a couple of his home runs.
Every day. Don't we have like 10 of them?
We got enough to go every day for like a week. Yeah, it's fixed. They're not just for kids. They're for Spideys too.
Did you see those TikToks people were doing where they were hiding them in the cereal boxes at the store?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, that one's going for quite the pretty penny in resale.
It doesn't really look like the Canadian leaf in this one, but I'll leave that up to them.
So let's get back on topic here with the band logos.
Yeah.
So Indians officially changed their name finally.
The Indians are now the Cleveland Guardians.
After the Guardians of Traffic statue on the Cuyahoga Bridge.
And we're gonna show off some of the hats, and then I'm gonna give a little history about what it was like having the Tribe being our major league team for the last like 30 years, going into my early teens.
Got a couple jerseys to show off.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you start?
So for caps, I've got the extra large Wahoo with the 97 patch. I had to get this 97 patch because of the year I was born. I have the Marlins too. Them for the set. Then I have a couple Musa. I had to grab these as soon as they got rid of this logo. Just because I knew they were
like slightly bigger one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got a deal on a bunch of 7/8. It was only $20 for 3 of them, so I couldn't pass it up. And it's like a dead stock thing. I don't really rock the Wahoos that often.
Here's what I'm rocking.
I got this one. This is a pinwheel cap, early 2000s. See the old New Era sticker?
Yeah.
And I found something funny with the tag. So the inside tag, I'd never seen this before. It says, made of USA fabric, manufactured in China. I thought that was kind of funny because it's usually the other way around with these older tags.
Yeah, it's China fabric or
yeah, made in the United States. It's all wool too. So it's got that old wool feel to it too.
So you could say that we're almost starting our own ugly Wahoo collection.
I don't know. If I see one that I like, I might snatch it up. But they're not going to stop producing the Wahoo hats. They're just not going to make on fields with it anymore. There's going to be throwbacks. Like these hat shops in New York are pumping them out.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be that one. But the on fields are going to be the ones that are going to be hard to find. And for a Cleveland Indians jersey, I have a Mitchell & Ness USA run Eckersley. I showed this off before. It's got that Wahoo patch on the sleeve.
Let me get these in order.
Eckersley rookie year. I showed this off in another video while you were here.
So
favorite jerseys.
I really like the patch on that one. It's classic. It's just, but it's terrible.
I just think the hat with that, either the hat they wore had that crooked C that I could probably find, or a hat with that Wahoo logo on it, which is
the Ash Ketchum, basically. Yeah. So the first one I'm going to show off is the cursive I with Modern Batter Man. Genuine merch tag. This is weird having gray guts.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Then the 1947.
That one's cool.
I think this one's worse than the current red one because of just look at some of these defining features here.
Yeah, the skin color too kind of makes it so it's less of like a cartoon and more against them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Cooperstown Batman on that. Especially if it's a 47, I'd rather they just didn't stitch anything on it.
Yeah. And then you got the Cooperstown tag, that on white guts.
That's an 8th, and it fits you?
Oh, no, that's a 3/8. These are all right. Then I have the leg kicker
Yeah, that's the one I need for that Eckersley.
And it's on there, but it's like a dark navy or a black, and no Batterman, green bottom. And then I have this crappy one that Lid sent me. Same hat. I don't understand this at all because I've never seen this kind of rim before. Like, it's a sandwich rim, but look at this line here.
Yeah, I have a couple like that. That's from their like turn ahead. I have a turn ahead the clock, the Sox hat like that. And it's got this ribbon in the front like that.
And again, the Cooperstown on what guess.
Like that.
I've worn this one because
yeah, I got a price tag on it.
I don't like this. But now that's kind of the style, it seems. Then I've got my on field, which actually might be, this is a Musa.
Yeah, it's like the two I have. I have a 7/8 and a 5/8.
The official on field cap. They're just softer. They're just so much nicer.
No, yeah, the Mooses are definitely the way to go if you want on field.
And what's
the older ones, especially.
And then this is where like the logos started to cross over before they went to just the red Indian.
Yeah, this is the one. That's why I picked this one up because you can tell this older moose because there's no New Era flag on it.
There's no Batterman, and that New Era flag is like, I mean, it's like blacked out. You can barely see it.
This one's got it. So this is from 16. This is from right before they yanked him.
And Estados Unidos. So this is a Musa. I gotta say, that's my top phrase for when I encounter a Musa. You gotta know that Estados Unidos. You know, that'll tell you what you're looking at. So then I have a couple of the minor league Johns. So first off, I have the Kinston Indians.
That's the one I like my collection too.
Down East Ducks. Classic Batterman.
Probably China. I think Hat Club a few years it did this lap in the last year.
USA. So USA, last USA runs.
Surprised. I know Hat Club did that a while back, like a year or two ago.
And then I have the K Feathers, which this is basically the only version of it that they still wear when they do their throwback nights. This is yeah. The New Era flag, you can hardly tell it's
old.
I can barely get it to show.
Yeah, they darked it out, right?
Old Batterman, yeah. It's basically a blacked out. And because it's just timely to the era, the Columbus Clippers, and that is, it's got stitching of the baseball down the sails. This is
I like that.
Jeter down the Clippers because they were with the Yankees, I think, at some point.
That logo is pretty cool.
He started with the Navigators, which is a gator, and he has like this telescope, and it's a very cool.
Yeah, minor league has some really cool logos. You were one of the people that turned me on to minor league logos, got me into them. I have these two bins right here, all fall minor league.
So what significance does the tribe have to me? Well, ever since this era, now this is the Bison's, this was Marty Brown's hat, or maybe one of the other coaches right after they won the championship. He took this off. It's a 7.5 Musa, made in USA, all that stuff. 100% wool. It's beautiful tags, great hat. Pretty sure that was Marty Brown though. Great hat. Not a huge brim bend or anything like that. So at home they wore the green. On the road they wore black with a gray uniform. Buffalo was blacked out, and I
So
think,
on this one, this was the jersey front on those jerseys, right?
yeah.
This is the one that everyone's after.
But then the bison was sliding like more towards like where the stomach of the jersey would be.
Yeah, a little bit lower.
Yeah, that wasn't connected ever. So they wore the black on the road. And I also brought that one up.
I just happen to have it handy, so I wanted to show it off.
Yeah,
I
nice
also got,
toppers, and then
also got that lapel pin handy.
I got my
Yeah, fired cereal, Lucky Charms.
So what does that mean to me? Really, it was just kind of they integrated the tribe and the herd and everything so well. Like when you go there, you pick up a program. It's called Herd Ball. You know, you follow the pack. You just kind of. I mean, it's so shady how they introduced it to us because you would have never thought twice about it until you really like until I got older and started looking up like what the Wahoo means and everything like surrounding that.
Been protested on since the 1970s. It is a good thing to see it go away. I like that logo, but I understand where people are coming from, where it can be viewed as offensive. I do agree with them taking that logo out of service. I would have liked to see Cleveland rebrand as either the Spiders or the Rockers. The Guardians, I don't think it's going to be their permanent name.
So I mean I did make a joke that Fat Thor should be their mascot wearing like some pit vipers or something. So definitely would be something interesting to see because on the Instagram I posted a meme where Fat Thor was holding the Guardians baseball logo and he was like, "Oh, you picked me, ha ha ha!" And I went with the connotation that if Thor wasn't his muscle form, that it would be viewed as offensive, no matter which side you're on of it. You know, he's basically a fictional god, but there are people that do believe in, you know, the nation of gods and earth, and
Nordic.
Yeah, so I mean, Norse is still a religion. It's kind of paganistic, which means they kind of just don't really. They believe in many gods, and I thought it was an easier stance to hold, but it wasn't as bad as a Wahoo where he's got big teeth, you know, his hairline.
To transition to something a little less controversial, I want to talk about a team that I think is going to have to rebrand in the next few years, the Atlanta Braves. This is the Boston Braves logo that they wore way back when in the 30s. Looks like something off like a cigarette pack.
Yeah, I think there is a pack of smokes that has a very similar Indian on it.
American Spirits.
Especially around here, we have Senecas, which have a similar, like they leave the headdress on it, and it's not just like the river. And
a couple other logos I see that they're probably not going to be using as much with all the controversy as this Tomahawk. This one's cool one. It's from My Fitted. It's made out of velvet. It's got the 2017 inaugural patch for SunTrust Park, which is now Truist Park.
Yeah, they went through a couple rebrands real fast there.
Then they got the it's got the what this is called.
Yeah, very cool.
One of my favorite caps. This is a BP cap.
Remember, they did try to rebrand over to the Boston Bees, but it just didn't stick. One of our users actually had wrote me about that, and they immediately jumped right back to the Braves.
And then the Braves also used this logo when they were in Milwaukee, and then when they went to when they first went to Atlanta, Chief Knocker Homer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very loud logo.
Yeah, I like this one. This one's kind of cool. It's all wool.
Yeah, it's got like a Rasta colorway.
Then Tyler Husker was nice enough to pick this up from Pro Image. This one's a little cleaner, all red. Then before I could get my hands on those two, you made me this one on the dead stock desert camo.
Yep. So
Pretty cool.
still some. It's cool to have. It's you know,
One of my favorite
gotta
jerseys for the Braves of all time.
definitely gotta pay your tribute to it. But
Aaron with the big feather patches on the side.
number 715.
This is the jersey. This is the style jersey he wore when in 1974 when he broke Babe Ruth's record. He was getting death threats the night before. Leading up to that whole week, they had the police escort him home.
Oh yeah.
People were going crazy. It's weird to think. 1974.
I don't know it very much.
Yeah, 1974 wasn't that long ago. My dad remembers it as a kid. It was on national television when he broke that
I
record.
was actually interviewing my dad a little bit about what he remembered about Hank Aaron breaking the record, and he would go, "It doesn't matter what you were watching, that they would cut to his at bats. It could have been the middle of the news, and they would be like, oh, better go to the plate. You know, Hank Aaron's playing."
Well, that was in the era when baseball was still king. You had Pete Rose and the Big Red Machine. The Yankees were still decent because they had Reggie Jackson. Boston, not so much. We had made it against the Reds, and then we kind of like imploded. This is a cool throwback jersey that I have. That's actually a team issue jersey. Number 14. It's got that Chief Knocker Homer patch on the sleeve. Braves in the cream font. And the only reason I know this is team issued is because of this patch right here, AIS. Make stuff for on fields. I don't know if this was game one. Number 4, this is from the 2004 season. And who was 14 for the Braves was Julio Franco, the ageless wonder. The dude is the oldest player in this season. He hit a grand slam. He was one of the oldest players to hit a grand slam.
Speaking of grand slams, I saw my 3rd grand slam yesterday.
Yeah, you lucked when you were here in Boston.
First, I saw Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in Buffalo against, I believe it was the Orioles. They scored like 10 runs in the first inning. Then just Monday night, I had Hunter Renfroe as they put up 8, 9 in the first inning. And then yesterday, and I'm going to say his name wrong, but I put a couple of his cards in my watch list. So I should be able to. Dylan Dingler, and I thought his name was Dinger. So like it was just funny because at most minor league parks they give away, say, like a fast food item, or you'll get like I know in Syracuse they're famous for Taco Bell being one of their sponsors, so everybody yells tacos, tacos. But after a few beers, I would start yelling Costa, 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 and then so. But
this is the hat I rock with that Hank Aaron most of the time. It's that Hat Club All-Star game.
So the thing yesterday was Whopper, and they would put the guy in a BK uniform, like looking like he was flipping burgers. And the first time he came up, they're like, "Oh, here's your K-Man for Whopper," and they go, "All right, let's see what happens." And it just gets like dead silent. Second pitch, home run, 2-run shot in the first inning. And I got to see Spencer Torkelson, he's one of the top 100 prospects, very highly touted prospect for the Tigers. And he hit a home run that was just mammoth. So
yeah, the minor season's wrapping up soon, right? So 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, and also Brett Beatty. He's another highly touted Mets prospect. He missed a grand slam, and we're talking inches. Like, he missed the top of that wall so closely, and I was very excited to go to Rumbletown. But TJ, do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
No idea.
Well, normally it's enough to break the ice, but not this polar bear.
Yeah, I can't wait for that bobblehead. I'm psyched that that guy sold you it for $10.
Yeah, I walked in. There was a guy wearing a Yankees shirt, and I said, "Hey, guy, you want a beer?" And he was like, "Sure." And I was like, "I'll take that bobblehead." He goes, "That's a fair deal." So very Rumbletown. It's a nice park, just in middle of.
I do intend on trying to make it out to the Woosok Stadium, and if I do, I'm going to take some pics there because it's the inaugural season for that brand new for Polar Park. And I want the Los Huepas hat because it's nowhere online. That minor league cap is cool because they made the W for the Woosoks out of fireworks, like bottle rockets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the weight bus. That means celebration.
It's definitely a cool cap. It's definitely one I want to add to the collection. It sold out online before I could even snatch it. They must not have had a lot of them made.
Yeah, I think the team stores themselves normally have more of that stuff. So
they charge an arm and a leg for shipping. Because I tried to do a phone order. They wanted to charge me like $20 for shipping. So I was like, I'd rather spend the $10 and go to the game.
Yeah.
You can buy it there.
Yeah, yesterday we spent $10 on tickets in Rumbletown, and after the first inning of the Seawolves, who are the Tigers AA Eastern League affiliate, the first inning they're down like already 10 runs, and we're thinking, oh boy, did we pick a game to go to. And I turn to my dad and I go, if the Syracuse Mets in AAA are last place, what place do you think these guys are? And surprise, it's not first.
Well, I would rather have my minor league teams be horrible because that just means all your talent's in the major league level, and you guys are being competitive at the major league level.
Yeah, with Nimmo though, and they're constantly sending guys down for rehab starts in Syracuse, and it was cool to see a couple weeks ago.
That's always been the curse of the Mets. Everybody always gets hurt. Ugh.
Logo elements here.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about a more serious thing. So my family suffered a loss. So one of my family members passed away from cancer. So for tomorrow, for minor league Monday, I was going to wear this San Jose Giants strikeout cancer. And anybody's got anything like this, I'd appreciate you guys rocking it, posting it in Mafia or anything else. Just a show of support.
Yeah, definitely. If you have a strikeout cancer or
in a pink bottom would be okay.
Yeah. We're gonna definitely do pink bottoms tomorrow. I know that one's purple, but yeah, it doesn't matter. All types of cancer are bad. They can attack us all differently, and
it affects and reaches out so many people's different lives.
I believe I have a Bison's that is the strikeout cancer, so I'll put that one on tomorrow. I was kind of rushing putting my tribe caps together so we could do something crazy here.
Yeah, it was a little impromptu video. Stay tuned for in August if the Washington football team announces their name. I've got stuff planned for we got some stuff planned for NHL and NFL for controversial logos.
So here's a piece of controversial Sabres news. I know it's just a joke, not that he would actually do it, but the Sabres drafted Owen Power first overall out of University of Michigan, and he joked about wearing number 82, and instead of putting Power 82 on the back of his jersey, he thought it would be funny if he was quoted saying, "I'll wear my first name on the nameplate, so it'll say Owen 82." To reflect the Sabres record next year.
The guy shipped off that other player there. I don't know where he went. I know you guys traded up.
Yesterday, he went to Florida. Risto went over to Philadelphia for like 6 picks. We had like 20 guys in the draft. It was pretty crazy.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think they're going to end up dealing Eichel at some point this year.
we've said it a dozen times over. I think it's going to be Boston. I don't think the Kings have the picks. I'd hate to see another division rival or something like that. You know, Taylor Hall goes and wins the fucking jackpot, but you know, you see.
We can send them back to you guys. It'll be in return.
We'll probably trade him back to Arizona for a bag of fucks or something.
Now that would be something. He signs this big extension with Boston. He's gonna stay in Boston, and Boston ships him out back to the frozen hell that is the Sabres.
I mean, even if you're in Arizona or Buffalo, I mean,
at least in Arizona, the income tax is lower, so those players get to keep more revenue.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're doing well.
Yeah. Oh no, it's something at least for them to look forward to, I would say.
Right.
Versus playing in upstate New York, where they have a lot of hockey fans, but they're just not good. They haven't been able to match.
Right. No, I mean, so last year actually, there was a bus crash involving a junior hockey team, and that kind of hit home for me because there are so many different like teams that I was playing on when I was younger, and we would take buses places, and to have kids up in like compartments taking naps and
stupid stuff kids do.
Yeah, you know, you never want it to be, you know, a whole team dead over whether it was a truck being unsafe or however the crash actually happened, but a whole team wound up dead except for one kid, and that's terrible. So that was the
Again, I feel we can wrap this up. Well, we teased a little bit of content coming up. We're going to be doing live sports reacts. We're going to keep doing updating on the standings for baseball. Keep making silly bets. We're playing Toronto up next, and Spidey's been rocking with the Jays this year because they were playing in Buffalo. So we might do some interesting stuff while that series is going on.
Yeah, definitely. And I know a couple of people on Instagram reached out because I had that Buffalo Blue Jays shirt on. So sometime this week, I should be going somewhere to get some of those. So if you need one of those, get in the comments, get in my Instagram, you know, make sure you're watching the videos so you know when I'm heading down there, because I heard today I had like 10 more messages for Power Rangers hats after people started posting them that they got them, and they're like, hey, how can I get one? And I go, you can't, they're gone. So maybe a restock. But
probably not.
I did want to discuss a couple Brewers cards while they're still on for the night. And they have Willie Adames mic'd up right now, and he's quite the character. So let me just sort these out real fast. So Willie Adames, this is a Tampa, but this is one of those Paninis, so there's no logos. Panini kind of sucks because there's no logos on any of this stuff. Clean autograph. Panini cards are not worth even like your normal Topps base card. In the end, if I have, say, this Topps card where it's got the logos on it, he signed it real nice, clean, it looks like an anniversary card, and I hold it up to this Panini card, you're going to value this Topps card more because, you know, he's got the Tampa Bay, it says Rays on there.
I do say Panini does a better job with their autos most of the time. A lot of the autos
like they're cleaner. I will give them that, but I don't like how just so many of the cards seem to, without logos. I was looking at a company who did it very well because they could use the player's last name. It was like Diamond something. I saw it on they went out of business maybe 5 years ago. But the same way you have your Veritek jersey there, if they took the photo from the back and it said his nameplate, and they can use that because they have the Players Association, but they don't have the team permission. So they don't have the licensing to be able to do jerseys like that. And I'm a bit of a sucker for some clean autographs. Exactly. So in this case, Panini could use that type of the last name, but they cannot write Boston. Now, I'm a little bit of a sucker for some clean rookie autos. This is a red, so I think that makes it out of 5 out of 50. This is Mark Mathias. I posted on Reddit, and a kid pulled up a roster where he played with this dude in high school. So that's pretty cool. I believe he's in he's on the 60-day DL right now, but he has a very clean autograph. And then going right into my not Hall of Fame, and I do believe that they should change the name to Top Certified Print Issue if these guys don't learn some friggin' cursive, is Gabe Holt. I mean,
unfortunately, they're not teaching cursive in schools anymore in a lot of places.
It just, let's see, this is 31 out of 250. And come on, man, what is this? Like he's really he's got.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and that he never learned cursive.
Do you have your Corbin Burns handy?
I think it's put away. That one's pretty not that clean. That's
it's terrible, but at least it looks like he's trying.
I've got this Tristan McKenzie. This is a Don Ross. There's no logo on it.
Oh, yep. See? He plays for the Indians.
Yeah. The Guardians.
Yeah. Now the Guardians. Yeah, that's gonna be tricky to get the hang of, but I think it's definitely gonna be fun. See, a Donruss card, a lot of them, they just have like this peeling aspect to them, and they don't really look very good because of no logos or.
When I picked it up, I thought it was the Mackenzie Gore, who was who's one of the Padres' top prospects. He's a closer for them. The cleanest auto I have on a baseball card is still this Hall of Fame. I showed this off the other night. The Eckersley signature is just.
I love that card. If you didn't want it, I probably would have kept it.
Yeah, X definitely a character. I love when he calls a game. He has so many colorful comments. He just comes up with this weird way of describing stuff that'll make you laugh.
Yeah, and that's what's good about, like, I've at least been able to tolerate a lot of those Red Sox games because of X, because he just has such a colorful presentation aspect, and it really makes the game enjoyable.
Well, he goes, "Oh, I like this guy's cheddar."
Exactly.
He's talking about what he's throwing. I'm like, "Oh, that's just like a character." Oh, he's talking about. He had a moment where he was talking with Jerry Remy about his golf game, and he goes, "Yeah, I've never been a good golfer because I can't stand still. I got to just go. I can't just relax and pitch. Knuckleballers are always awesome golfers." They were talking about how Tim Wakefield smoked him in a golf round. He was a knuckleballer for the Red Sox.
Well, so since the Blue Jays are headed to Boston this week, I'm going to show off some Vlad minor league rookie cards. So these are official Topps cards too. This is their debuts in AAA. This is a leaps and bounds. Vladimir Guerrero.
This is a rookie jersey because it's majestic. It's majestic Musa base that I had customized.
Trey Edmonds. This one's not horrible.
It was by the Toronto Blue Jays pro shop, and they spelled the name incorrectly. They had to fix it. Guerrero. I'm glad I asked them. I asked to check it before they shipped it out from Canada.
This is Joe Ferguson. That's a pretty clean one. He's a Hall of Famer, so I'm pretty glad to have this one, Joe Ferguson. And then Christian Yelich. I love his autograph. It's clean. This is a fast. facsimile. That card.
Facsimile.
Yeah.
What was it? I'm really excited for that Verdugo auto you picked me up off of eBay. And that rookie card, he was the one that started that rally today.
So here is an actual Yelich autograph.
Everybody was saying we lost the Betts trade. Where's Betts right now? He's on the DL with hip inflammation.
So the thing that I really liked about this particular set is that like they had every single color of his jersey. I think I've got a gray one here too. He looks like he's always having fun. When he signed that bat for that kid in Pittsburgh, the dude has fun. See, and then I got two of these grays here.
The only thing I would be concerned with Yelich is the amount of money they paid him, where it could end up being like a Bobby Bonilla deal where they have to buy him out if his production doesn't stay the same. But the Brewers have been doing amazing, and they have the pitching staff where it looks like they're going to be able to do something this year in the playoffs.
You know, I hope that the MLB doesn't try to make it like a New York, LA thing like it seemed like they did a couple of years ago. But you never know how it's going to really
LA.
And I got to see how many of these I got, but I still have like some Wyoming rookie cards.
You got an extra one. I wouldn't mind that one. I remember his 100-point game in Wyoming Tech, which was crazy. I remember watching.
I have some interesting ones. Definitely, this is one of my favorites, the passport.
It should be interesting to see what happens in the NFL season with certain players not being vaccinated.
Yeah, that's going to be a hot topic.
And Josh Allen's one of the players that isn't vaccinated. He came out against it.
You know,
although he's fallen silent as of now, so maybe he's going to get it. I don't know. It's personally up to him.
It's older portrait cards. So
the crazy thing, I was reading into it with the NFL players. They have to forfeit their game check if they cause an outbreak and pay a fine.
Well, today, Deshaun Watson, amid allegations, if he did not show up to training camp, would get fined $50,000, and he did show up. Aaron Rodgers did not show up, and
$90K a day since OTAs. I believe Rodgers is going to retire. They did have a deal close with the Broncos, but the Broncos didn't want to give up the picks. And if the Packers are going to rebuild, they want a haul for the MVP.
Right.
Because Rodgers is going to make anybody an instant contender.
Instant. Absolutely. And I agree with you.
He's an incredible player to watch.
This is a player from, I think he went to Virginia Tech. No, Oregon. See, without the logos, really.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Right there.
Especially the football, because they wear the helmets and everything.
They have like 40. They had 40 different helmets in Oregon.
Well, they're sponsored by Nike, so they have a million different things. Shoes, jerseys, hats.
Oh, here. These are two of the worst Bills autos. I got them right here. So this is Ed Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I already showed you the player. And then this is another one of his draft. This is a scorecard. I think there's like 60 different variations of the rookie cards. And that's a bit excessive. So, I mean, I like the rookie card trend. I just, when they had Marshawn and all them, they would
show off
into their jersey that they're going to wear, with the Bills, make sure that they were marketing them that way. And I believe that's why Marshawn started selling so many jerseys.
I'm going to compare two signatures. Like for baseball, it's obviously older guys care more. So this was Andrew Benintendi. He signed this in Double-A for me when he was with Portland.
That's clean.
It's clean, but not still kind of like messy.
But you got to attribute that to the way the baseballs manipulate the baseballs.
But look at this one signed by Jerry Remy.
Absolutely.
It's all about taking time.
That's night and day.
Although that was signed at a baseball game, this one was probably signed at a show.
This is Syndergaard.
That was not too bad. I remember when we pulled that, I was wearing a Mets jersey.
Wear more Mets jerseys or Brewers jerseys.
I don't have a Brewers jersey. I've been trying to hunt down a who was it? I'm trying to think. Prince Fielder.
I see the Brewers just got knocked down a few pegs by the White Sox, so give it to me.
I do want to get a White Sox jersey. So.
I see you wearing the White Sox. I was like, what's going on here? And then he pulls out a fucking White Sox hat. I'm like, this.
Our mutual friend, our mutual Chicago plug, was nice enough to get us these. I got this cap, and Spidey got a couple different ones.
Oh yeah, I definitely got my fair share from that guy, Jamie Maria.
Yeah, huge shout out to him. Great guy.
You know,
this one's Grandstand. This one's kind of cool because it's like the Dick Allen era.
I had my caps and kegs pins on all my stuff the other day. I'm building you a little bundle here as we're going through this, and so I'm talking to Caps and Kegs Ozzy. We're gonna try and do a little beer swap so we can all get on together and try some beers, have some fun, and most importantly, you know, Fitted Mafia, man. So Ozzy, doesn't matter what group you're in, we will support you. I will post about it everywhere on my Instagram, my personal Instagram. There's some things that I don't cross business with all of my posts, but you'll see a good majority of them on both.
Yeah, you were nice enough to shout out John Westbear in a few groups because he brought that Astros for you.
Yeah, so actually today's original fit was this Astros trash can edition. And I'm wearing the Alice Cooper, no more Mr. Nice Guy. So and John said, I think it'd be funny if you're jumping out of a trash can or something. And I was like, I'm a little too OCD for that, but I appreciate the offer.
Speaking of banned patches, I think this is one that every Dodger fan agrees should be banned. 2017 World Series.
I've been talking to somebody about getting a nice swing ditch patch with the glasses. So it's definitely in the works. We definitely have some hats in the works.
I do have this wonderful jersey here. Unfortunately, I don't wear that often because of that cheating scandal, because I get heckled anytime I wear it when I'm walking out about.
Got it. Every time George Springer comes to bat, and I don't think it's going to change when they go up to Toronto. I think it's going to get worse because with all the Red Sox fans in the building the other day, I mean, people were bringing trash cans into the game. They were almost as bad as the White Sox fans where they had inflatable trash cans that they were playing like volleyball with in the stands. So I thought that was really fun.
The Astros lucked out with no fans last year. They're getting their comeuppance. It would have been a lot worse last year. But remember, right before everything shut down at spring training, it was really bad. Like they were getting heckled like left and right. It was worse than now.
Well, I think it's just as bad, with all the baseball scandals and the whole Trevor Bauer thing and the spider attack, and we did our little how to grip a baseball better kind of deal, because like once it starts getting wet, this thing becomes just water. Like there's no way I could hand this.
I am interested in buying some spider tack for a video. Just to show you that.
Domingo Ayala put something out. I don't know what it actually was, but he talked about it being super sticky, something. I believe it was just a joke, but it was hilarious.
And I do have a donor cap where I will doctor it up like Garrett Cole does with the brim right here. Because this brim's all dirty from being a work cap.
Yeah.
where the pitchers will put it on the brim of their hat,
Yeah.
get it on their fingers.
Yeah, well, in Major League.
Yeah, he goes. We watched it out here when you were out. Yeah, we watched a little bit of it.
What?
Okay.
What's that shit on your chest?
Crisco.
Just
Just
go.
a bit more. Drop on my curveball. Not all of us have an arm like you, kid. I know that line. I know it. Like he goes. And he goes,
Are you
if the umps are watching me,
trash can hit a curveball.
he goes, if the umps are watching me real close, I rub a little jalapeno on my nose to get my nose red, and I put snot in the ball. He goes, you put snot on the ball? That's nasty. Charlie Sheen's character. Wild thing. Definitely one of my favorite baseball movies. We're definitely going to do a video about favorite baseball movies.
I do want to see.
It's going to be.
Want to see them redo it with Guardians logos and like new actors today.
Yeah.
Well, like they did like 4 slap shots. They did Goon, like slap shot.
Charlie Sheen also was on steroids when he did Major League. I don't know if you knew that. To get his fastball up to, he got about to like 80 miles an hour.
I mean,
he was a high level high school player. He was getting scouted.
I mean, that's cool.
He took a bunch of steroids to try to get his fastball up because he was only throwing like 60, 70. He didn't think it was good enough.
You got the four-seamer. No, that's this way. That's the 2. This is the 4 because you want to touch all 4 seams.
Yeah.
This is the 2 where I would probably even let this finger back when I was throwing it. Then you got your slider. You want to grip it like a C. And it's all snap in the wrist. And I could never throw like a curveball really hard. I would have one of those like 60-mile-an-hour curveballs where like I'd be throwing gas and then I would just like wing.
I never had the accuracy to pitch. I would always get a little too close. I was a catcher. My job was to block the ball.
We all got to have a role.
And when I would orchestrate defense with the shifts. The coach would signal to me, and then I would signal to the players on the field. I would help call pitches. The catcher is a very important position in baseball that's underrated.
Of all the calls that, a couple of the people have heard me yelling at players, and I've gotten messages about it. When Matt Harvey came back to Buffalo, I shout, the ump went to check his hat and then his glove, and I shouted at him, "Why don't you check his ERA?" And Joe West waved his finger at me. And then there was one of the Mariners pitchers that I told him that this was a AAA park, and if he didn't start shaping up, he was going to be in one himself.
You're going back to Tacoma.
They had the bus warming up behind the stadium. I figured one-way ticket to Tacoma.
I forget a Tacoma Rainers hat. Very cool logo.
I think they definitely play a good attribute on their Major League logo because of how clean it is. They have the mountains right there. Seattle's got the pin needle. The Rainers got the mountains and the fog, and that's what the Rainier really stands for. So it'd be very cool. They have tons of throwbacks. They were with every team you can think of. They have
on Sports Center right now. They're replaying the Yankees implosion here.
Yeah, they're replaying that blown no-hitter. Yeah.
Well, a lot of no-hitters this year, unofficial and official. And even though it was 2 bids the night before with the Astros and Rangers and the Angels and Twins.
Maybe. Now, just maybe. And hear me out.
Maybe they decided to retire this because of all those no-hitters.
Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. It was awesome hanging. We showed some interesting stuff for baseball. As you know, I've got a whole rack of jerseys behind me. We've got plenty more content in the future plan.
Absolutely.
I want to do a spotlight episode about Hank Aaron and that jersey in particular because that's a Musa run.
Yeah.
I'll talk about because we should have done it more timely when they were doing the Derby, but he's still a legend who just passed away this last year.
And I've been talking to J_38C on Instagram quite a bit here. Pretty funny dude. Let me see if I can pull his name up.
I think he loved the Ray Lewis comment, right?
Yeah, he loved the Ray Lewis comment. So we took a few jabs here today. Hopefully you enjoy those just as much. So I want to give you a quick shout out here. I'm going to tip my hat to Team Fitted and Fitted Mafia. We will be coming at you soon next week with another long video where we just probably harass the Yankees and probably the Jays this time because I was not having it last week.
Boston's definitely heating up. It's been fun to see this year.
And they've got like 10 more meetings against the Jays in the next like 2 weeks. So that's going to be.
So as of today's win, we took the season series against the Yankees, even if we lose all the rest.
Well, it's bad juju if you sweep them because then they might win the World Series. But then if you.
Well, funny you say that. Last time the Sox had this good of a record against the Yankees in a season was 2009. But that was because the Red Sox imploded that season. And Cora is a much better manager, so I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah, they have a lot of good talent. A lot of.
I'd love to see what additions we're going to make with this trade deadline coming up. I know we're cooking something up. Bloom said he's willing to give up Tristan Cass.
I talked to my Padres buddy Mikey, and the rumor on the mill right now is Trevor Story to the Padres.
They're going to move him to center field.
And I quote, for extra depth.
They're just building like the Brooklyn Nets of the MLB.
Yeah, except what does that mean? They're going to blow it in the conference championship?
I see them not beating the Dodgers out for the division, but I see them upsetting the Dodgers in the wild card game if the Dodgers do not win the division.
Not only did Durant blow that shot to take the Nets to the finals, he blew the same shot when they lost to Nigeria. Just saying.
Durant's a solid player. His career resume is all set. He's a good player. I know a lot of people hated his move to Oakland for the Warriors. I understood it. He wanted to win a championship. It is what it is. The NBA, there's no loyalty anymore between players and owners. So that's why it's hard for me to watch a lot of basketball. And all the three-pointers, too, kind of make me.
I shipped my Bucks box this week, so plenty of stuff coming from Milwaukee and the Cream City.
I've got a couple NHL fitteds coming in the mail. We got the I'll do a surprise unboxing for them. I'm not going to spoil them now. They are both original NHL. They're not like from the team store. I got them from another member in another group. And
last but not least, I want to shout out 27 Trouty because his card breaks are awesome. When I leave some comments on there, he definitely gives me a few shout outs during the show. I try to spur some conversation in there while the breaks are happening. So good stuff. He's got a lot of breaks coming up. He does them on Thursdays and Sundays. So
yeah, what time is the break tonight? Because me and you bought into a couple of them.
Yeah, so coming up here in the next couple of minutes, he's going to be going live. So we're going to sign off now. And I'm going to switch back over to my main flagship hat for this. Remember, if you want one of these or the Boston variant that TJ has,
we can do them we have other logos too. If you want like a Bruins colorway, we have a Bruins logo.
Yeah, we just so we got the NFL going on right now. I got a Sabres colorway.
Got the Red Sox / Patriots colorway.
Yeah, I got some Braves stuff coming. You know, we can make almost the exact Braves logo. All we have to do is change it 1/1,000,000th of a pigment of the orange, and New Era will still accept it. So we're figuring.
I do like over in this one.
Yeah. So signing off. I'm Spuddy J18. I'm joined by
Peace, love, and caps.
Peace, love, and caps, y'all. Good night.
Like, subscribe, comment down below. I can't wait to show you guys what NHL caps I got. I can't wait to show off more jerseys. I'm sure John has some more cards for us.
And I would love to do an NHL preview next week. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night.